Hello, I'm Raymond Parch III, host of Rap Game with RP3 on 103.7 The Game. In these three clips, I will talk about the atmosphere at the LSU-Alabama game, going from the party of the century to a funeral mass. My rant of the week will be about how poor attendance is for Raging Cajun football games. And the last clip is our Louisiana wrap-up, which is a weekly feature where we put the spotlight on other parts of the boot. And LSU is amped up because the whole day was that way. From start to finish, college game day was at the Quad. And you had Bregman coming in wearing an LSU jersey, making the celebrity pickup. James Carville came by with his conspiracy theories. They had the luges out there, the liquor luges, and Old Charter was being drank and poured into cups everywhere, and beers. And it was like it was like you're listening to an orchestra of alcohol consumption and chants of Tiger bait in LSU for hours. And the Tiger Walk was probably the most energized Tiger Walk I've ever seen. They brought out every past LSU Tiger, it seemed like there. Everyone from Glenn Dorsey and Jamarcus Russell and Patrick Peterson and Darius Geis and Leonard Fournette. Friend of the show, Marlon Favorite, was there. They all came out. It was great. Rashard Lawrence got with his teammate and did the dance that they do now with his family. Ed O, I think, probably broke people's hands with the high fives he was giving on the Tiger Walk because he was like a madman. The energy was crazy inside Tiger Stadium Saturday night. It was the most electric atmosphere I've ever witnessed being inside Tiger Stadium. And I've covered sports in this state for 15 years. It wasn't even close. Georgia was the one previous that was the most electric atmosphere I'd ever seen for a game day at Tiger Stadium. The Alabama game, Saturday's game, trumped that. And they had everything. They even brought out Steve Gleason. They brought out Steve Gleason onto the field to honor him, and that made the crowd go nuts. Odell Beckham Jr. was there wearing, the only thing I can guess, he was wearing a fanny pack. It looked like it was a sleeve for a broken arm, but then it was like a fanny pack. I don't know, but it didn't matter. Beckham can do whatever. He's just got that swag. And he goes out there, and they play Bootsy, and he just starts dancing, and they put him on the Jumbotron, and the crowd of 102,000 people went insane. Tiger Stadium, as the kids like to say, I wrote in my column in today's Daily Iberian, Tiger Stadium was lit, and then the game happened. With beautiful weather across Acadiana, with no LSU game. LSU's on bye. Bebe went to go see his boys play in Lake Chuck. So there's no distractions. There's no festival of Acadianas. There's nothing going on that could be a big distraction to pull away. There's not a Comic Con. There wasn't a boat show, an RV show, or anything else. And only 17,000 folks can show up at Cajun Field. And let me tell you something. I drove by Cajun Field on Saturday nights, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way in hell there was 17,000 folks up in that stadium. That is generous. Those are tickets that were bought and people didn't show up. So not only were tickets bought, not only 17,000 people showed up for a conference game when your Raging Cajuns, the team of Acadiana, the team that's supposed to represent the state, not only 17,000 tickets got sold, about 12,000 folks showed up. So the people that even got tickets and had tickets paid for couldn't even bother to go to Cajun Field to watch a conference game that could determine who represents the Sun Belt West in the inaugural Sun Belt Championship. And on top of it, it was against a rival school, which has produced some of the more dramatic moments in recent Raging Cajun football history in that series with the Red Wolves. And y'all couldn't come out. The coach is doing all the things the right way. He's getting good recruits to come in. There's no off-the-field distractions. There's no leaked videos. And you can't show up and support your team? Like, for real.
This is a big Louisiana wrap-up, so what do you say we take a little drive over to Nacogdoches? What's happening in Natchitoches?
Well, Jazz Ferguson, the record-setting wide receiver, the first wide receiver in Northwestern State history to eclipse 1,000 yards. He also set the new touchdown mark for receiving touchdowns. He was the Offensive Player of the Year in the Southland Conference. Jazz Ferguson earned third-team AP All-American honors. And by the way, he started his career at LSU. He had problems with his grades. He had to come to Northwestern State. He had to sit out a year for the grades. So his only real year of playing college football, he tore up the competition, dominated the Southland Conference. He's declared for the draft. He's an All-American.